Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alexandra, and today we have a really colorful, really eclectic living room makeover for you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have tons more makeovers coming out this year, including a very exciting series in the fall. So hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss any of those episodes. But for now, let's get started. In today's episode, I'm helping Mimi. Let's hop on a call with her to get to know her and the space and see what she's looking for. Okay. Hi, Mimi.
Hi.
Your kitchen looks really cute.
Thank you.
You're like matching the art. It's a vibe.
This is a half-finished paint by number, so that's why it looks half-finished.
It looked complete to me, so.
Okay, great.
First of all, congratulations for winning a makeover with us.
I'm so excited.
Let's just walk through your space from the very beginning. Tell me everything.
I moved in here with my boyfriend in early 2021, and the living room was basically a movie-themed room for a long time. We had really cool movie posters, we had DVDs, we had Blu-rays, we had VHSs. Unfortunately, we broke up recently. All good, like we're very good friends. He took a lot of that artwork and all of those DVDs, they were all his. So that room is basically empty now. It has my old couch and my TV and a few other mismatched things, but there's no art on the walls. There's nothing in it anymore. And I know that it was going to take me time eventually to sort of build it back up and figure it out. So I'm really grateful to have the help to do that because I didn't really know where to begin.
I feel like that's kind of tough. Like when you are used to a space and you've lived in the space with someone else, like I definitely have been through that. And then you're kind of like reclaiming that space and being like, I live here and I can do whatever I want.
Totally.
So talk to me about how you use the room now. Like, do you use it every day? Are you watching TV? Are you reading? Like, what's the vibe and how do you use it?
On a daily basis, it's my TV room. Most weeknights, I'm probably watching a movie or I'm rewatching Lost right now. So that's really taking up a lot of my time.
I was gonna say, like, that's a really big endeavor.
I love having visitors come from out of town. So I have a spare mattress under my bed, like one of those sort of like, dinky little foam ones. It's like that thick. It fits under the bed perfectly. And that's the guest room.
Got it. Would you ever be open to like a pull-out sofa?
Definitely.
I have a specific sofa in mind. It's not like your traditional, like cumbersome, pull-out sofa, but
as long as it's comfy, I'm certainly open to that. If there's a cute one you have in mind, yeah, for sure.
Okay, love that. And all your furniture that you have in there, are you like attached to any of these pieces or are they all old pieces?
The pink chair I just think is cute. That's the only thing that I think fits sort of into the style that I'm going for. The couch was my grandfather's. I'm not attached to it. Nobody in my family's attached to it. The carpet was one of those $100 struck tube carpets that feels like school carpet.
Yeah.
Everything else is like old roommates.
Like handed down stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Your inspo is so fun.
There's something about the inspo that I had that's like kind of grandma's house, but it's a little more modern. There's a few nicer touches to it. I like the old, beautiful wooden pieces that I can see in these. I like all the colorful details. They're all places that I want to be. They're all places that I desperately would love to spend an afternoon in. That's the real inspo for those pictures.
I love that.
And a place like you want to just like plop down on the couch and someone hands you a popsicle and there's a nice breeze coming in through the window and the birds are chirping. Like that's the vibe I'm going for.
That is how I want to feel all the time. I want to lie on the sofa. I want to hear the birds. I want Noah to hand me a popsicle. Like, I'm into this vision. I literally wrote down popsicle. So like,
yeah,
I get it. I also love how your images play with color a lot. Red trim and then a green door and then you have the blue bench. Like all of these beautiful complementary colors, but they're loud and bold at the same time.
I like all of these really fun and bold accents.
You just kind of want to go for it.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing you go nuts. Like,
oh, yay. Okay, well, thank you for trusting me.
Of course. No, I'm really excited. I feel so lucky.
I will meet you on reveal day. I can't wait.
Great. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Mimi's inspo is so different, so fun. It's got tons of different design influences, elements of grandma chic, cottagecore, tons of primary colors, lots of pattern mixing. It just feels like a warm and inviting cottage that I want to be in. Here's what I'm thinking. First things first, we have to deck out this entire room in board and batten paneling. Half the wall painted a color, and then the other half a bold patterned wallpaper. I feel like that's gonna bring in an eclectic vibe, but also bring in that texture and color and pattern that she loves. For the rest of the space, I'm gonna focus on thrifted products. I'm thinking a media hutch. I wanna bring in a jute rug. I feel like you'd find this in a cottage. Lots of pattern in the curtains. And I want to bring in a sleeper sofa bed so that she can host guests without hauling in a mattress, which she says she does all the time. Mimi also has lots of art she's collected. Her grandmother is an artist, so we're gonna be incorporating a lot of her pieces, just things she already has, into the space. Something you may not know about me is I have suffered with anxiety basically my entire life. And therapy is something I've practiced for over 10 years to help me through day-to-day life, honestly, which is why I'm so happy that BetterHelp is sponsoring today's video. I think that a lot of people find therapy really daunting. It seems like such hard work, and it is, but it's something I'm trying to reframe in my brain as a form of self-care. It's something I try to do on a weekly basis, kind of block out everything that's going on so I can go inwards, just express myself and my emotions and what I'm feeling. If you have been looking to start therapy, BetterHelp connects you to a licensed therapist who is trained to listen and give you helpful, unbiased advice. First, you go to their site. You can use my link betterhelp.com/Gater. You answer a few questions, and BetterHelp will match you to a professional who has years of experience helping people with struggles just like yours. I love that BetterHelp also offers flexibility, so you can do therapy from your phone, from your computer, via a phone call, video chat, messaging, whatever way you feel most comfortable. Let BetterHelp connect you to a therapist, all from the comfort of your own home. Visit betterhelp.com/Gater or choose Alexandra Gater during sign up and enjoy a special discount on your first month. It's day one, it's paint day. Graham is going in and he is painting out all the trim in Habanero Pepper by Benjamin Moore. I love this color and it's gonna look so good against the blue board and batten and the yellow wallpaper. Graham isn't being super precise with this paint job because we are covering the walls entirely in wallpaper and board and batten, which you'll see tomorrow. Hi guys, it is makeover day. Very excited to see it come together. I also dressed for the occasion. I matched the trim. This trim is actually a very similar color to the outlet covers we have for sale on the Palmed Marketplace. I love it, it's bold, and I think it works so well on the trim. Okay, so I got the crew here. Amanda, Alana, looking cute as ever, and Graham with a beard. Today we are gonna start by installing, actually we're not gonna start, this whole day actually is dedicated to installing the board and batten and wallpaper. Let's take it to Graham Cam. He's gonna show us how he created the board and batten for the lower half of the wall. For Mimi's board and batten, Graham is using 1/8 of an inch MDF sheets and 3.5 inch primed MDF baseboards. He's cutting the 8-foot sheets of MDF in half using a track saw because we want the board and batten to be 4 feet tall all the way around the room. He's ripping some of the baseboards to 2.5 inches to make up the top and bottom boards. Graham is now gluing and brad nailing the horizontal top and bottom boards to the sheet of MDF. He's measuring and cutting the vertical boards, gluing and brad nailing them into place, making sure there's little to no gap between the boards where they're gonna butt up against each other. He noticed that it was actually easier to nail the boards in place from the backside of the sheet of MDF, which is going to hide the nail holes, so less work for later on. Because we want to keep the spacing uniform from wall to wall, Graham is using a tape measure and some spare blocks of MDF to measure the distance. Because of this, each board is going to be a different length. In order to try and hide the seams of the individual boards, Graham is actually making it so that the boards overlap on top and under each other. You'll see this in action when we install it, but it's gonna make it so that the paneling looks seamless. Now that the glue has dried, Graham is filling all the nail holes with wood filler and caulking all of the edges. He's going in with some shellac primer and painting all the panels in Sweet Bluette by Benjamin Moore. For the board and batten trim, Graham is cutting a 12-foot board in half using his miter saw so that he has 2 6-foot pieces. He's routing the edges of the trim, one edge with a round bit and the other with an angled chamfered bit. He's running the board through his table saw and cutting a little notch in the back, the same thickness as the board and batten. This is gonna allow the trim to hook on seamlessly to the board and batten. Graham is sanding the trim down using 80 to 220 grit sandpaper. He's using wood conditioner and applying 1 coat of English chestnut stain. Okay, we're gonna start installing on this wall. Let's do it. Graham and I found the studs in the wall, so we're using the laser line to put the nails right into the stud in the wall. We use brad nails for these kinds of projects because they leave tiny little holes, but they're really easy to patch. Graham is doing a quick cut to fit the final piece on this wall. Oh, no, it's not going through this. No, I want to go through.
Huh,
No,
I don't know.
Weird.
Oh, did you want this? The nails are sideways.
I was so proud.
Because if they're sideways, it's...
No, that's how I loaded it.
Yeah, that's sideways. Sorry.
Okay, but you know what? I'm gonna pat myself on the back for realizing that the nails were going in.
Yes, no, for sure.
Pat. I'm filling the nail holes with putty. When this dries, we'll go in with some sandpaper and then paint over so it looks seamless and so you can't see any nail holes at all. For the boards around the window, Graham is cutting the board and batten to shape so it looks like it seamlessly fits around it. This room looks so good. Nice job, team. And the dog that's barking.
My dog's at.
Okay, we are gonna start with wallpaper next. So we are wallpapering above the paneling. Wallpaper is from Timberly Interiors. You guys know I love using their wallpaper. And the cool thing is you can find a pattern on their website and then pick from one of the colors on their website that they offer. So they don't just offer like one color and one pattern, you can choose. Okay, I love how textured this wallpaper looks. It's bringing in that like cozy, homey vibe we're going for. Because this wallpaper is wrapping around the whole room, we're starting by overlapping it on this side so that when we make it to here at the end, it lines up. As always, we are using the laser level to line up our panel. We're never lining it up to the ceiling. The ceiling is usually wonky and not straight. When you have a repeating pattern like this, it is so easy to hide the seams. Like, I don't even actually know where this starts and where it ends. Okay, so we've made it up to this point. Graham and I are actually gonna switch over to the other side and continue the paper from right to left to meet this seam, because this seam is gonna be the least noticeable behind the door. We want it to look seamless. That was a doozy, but we did it. Can't wait for you guys to see a whole pan of the room tomorrow. See you then. Okay, you guys, I walked into this room this morning and it looks so good in here. I feel like the combo of colors is different than anything we've done before and I love it. So Graham and I are gonna start by putting some trim on top of the paneling. You could leave the paneling unfinished if you wanted to paint the top, but I like a nice trim piece, kind of finishes it all off. So Graham's gonna cut the trim, I'm gonna nail in my cute little dress. Do we like the scarf?
Oh, scarf's nice.
Very French. Okay, so I'm gonna start by using some construction adhesive and just putting it in the trim here.
Do you have any glue?
He wants to glue. Do it. Translation, I really want to glue because you f***ed it up.
Brain squish?
Yeah, squishing, squishing.
Nice!
Nice! Ah, ah. Yes! trim is up except this piece. Graham and I have to just finagle it a little bit because he needs to go over the outlet cover. It's shelf time. I think I actually might put my hair up also because this outfit, not a good choice for me today, and the hair down, like, looks cute, but not practical.
Why aren't you feeling the outfit?
Because I'm doing construction work.
You always wear little dresses. Like, this is actually like
Normal?
You're usually wearing like a gown.
Okay.
A frock.
A frock, if you will. So I wanted a shelf to span basically the whole wall. From the books, plants, trinkets, all the things. So Graham made a shelf that matches this trim perfectly. Let's roll Graham cam to see how he did it. For this shelf, Graham got a second piece of framing lumber, same as the trim. He's rounding the top edge using a router with a round over bit and angling the bottom edge using a chamfer bit so the profile of the shelf and the board and batten trim were identical. He's sanding it down using a random orbital sander from 80 grit to 220 grit sandpaper. Because we're gonna be hanging this with hidden floating shelf brackets, Graham is removing a little bit of material from the wall facing edge so that the brackets have a little nook to sit inside of. He's doing this by using a straight shank router bit set at a depth of about 3/16 of an inch deep. He's going back and forth to slowly remove a straight groove down the entire edge of the shelf. Now he's staining the shelf with the same English chestnut colored stain and finally sealing it with shellac. Okay, so to hang the shelf, we want to hang it into the studs. So I am on a little quest to find the studs, and I'm using painter's tape because this is how we're going to mark where the studs are on the wall. Oh, she has nice lips.
Oh, she does.
She does.
She just got some filler.
Okay, because we're using floating shelf brackets, these are gonna go right into the shelf. So I'm drilling the holes in the back to line up to each bracket. And because the brackets are right in the studs, I could probably hang off this.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
Can I?
Do it.
I wouldn't hang because then all the weight's like on the end. But I would.
off the shelf.
I'd say you could probably stand on it.
It's solid. Okay, so for the rug, we went with a jute material to bring in those kind of natural textures into this room. This is a jute rug, but with a twist. We got a little scallop around the edge to add some whimsy.
That face.
What was my face?
Twist.
Let's roll it out. Roll out. Bro, anyone? Woo! Okay, I love the blue in this rug. It's a navy and it works so well with the baby blue walls. Loving this. Next up is the sofa. Okay, Elena very kindly volunteered to bring this sofa up because I'm in this dress and I have to shoot for the rest of the day, be on camera, and yeah, she very kindly volunteered. And now I'm a little nervous because I think it's gonna be a tight squeeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, nice. Push it, push it. Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Right there, just right there. Holy shit. Incredible, you guys. So this article sofa solved a really big issue Mimi was having, which was guests were sleeping over in this living room. She had to blow up a mattress, move everything to the side. This is a sleeper sofa, so it folds out to be a bed, which is awesome. If I was Mimi, I would just have this open all the time to watch movies. Woo, look at that. Not only is this really comfy for Mimi, but it's gonna be super functional. When she has guests over, this is so great. This coffee table is from Article, and I did bring something in with a smaller profile so she can easily move it out of the way when she turns her sofa into a bed. Also, consider glass if you're working with a small space and you have lots of big pieces of furniture. Coming in shortly is this beautiful media unit. I didn't want to take away from it, so glass is a great option to keep the space feeling big and bright. Okay, this is the media unit I was talking about. It is beautiful. We snagged this for $70 on Facebook Marketplace. It's an original piece, and I think it's just the perfect complement to this room. I think sometimes when you have these angled walls or like a weirdly shaped room that's not symmetrical, you just have to lean into it. And I think this layout really works. It gives her lots of space to pull out the bed, a rug that's proportional to the space, this great media unit now with tons of storage. So yeah, I think it's working. I couldn't not include this thrifted pink chair that Mimi had before in the design. I think it just adds a pop of color, and I love a good red and pink combo. The opposite side of the room has a closet which Mimi needs access to, so I'm putting the chair on this side. I'm really glad that this is easy to move, so Mimi can move it out of the way when she has guests and opens the sofa into that bed. I'm bringing in the grandma chic vibes with this cute little pendant from Mitzi. Look at the little pendant covers. How cute! Beautiful, look at that, it's so cute. It's like the light has little hats on it. These dreamy curtains that I wanna take home are from the Etsy shop Enna Premium. Right there.
You almost killed me just now.
These curtains look so cute. I'm gonna sign off for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for reveal day. Okay, hi everyone. It's reveal day, the most exciting day. I am just finishing up this room today, putting a couple pieces of furniture and lots of accessories, including my palmed outlet covers. I'm gonna put one right on top of this light switch. And also, fun fact, these outlet covers and everything else in the Palmed Marketplace is 20% off today until Monday. So if you had your eye on something, run, don't walk. We send you the screws that you need to install these. Really simple, 2 screws and you're done. We also sell DIY outlet covers. So if you want a specific color to match your space, you can paint them any color you want. I am placing this yellow side table that Mimi already had. Again, loving all the pops of color in here. Now it's time to bring all of Mimi's books in to line up on the shelf. Now I'm hanging up Mimi's personal art. Gorgeous. This is like our centerpiece, the piece that's gonna anchor this entire wall. Love it. I want this one to look like it's leaning, but I did add a picture hook so it is secure on the wall, but like how cute. We're going for cash, you know? I'm hanging these at different levels so it gives like a cottagey, eclectic feel. Love all these pieces and they fit so seamlessly with the vibe of this living room. Like they were always meant to be here. Okay, we are moving in to finishing touches, starting with these cute little instruments.
Rip a solo.
No, we gotta go into finishing touches. You know what? Fine. Pull my arm. Is it upside down? They say no. I'm placing Mimi's beautiful instruments on the wall. I'm styling the sofa with an eclectic mix of cushions and a cute blue throw blanket that complements the wall color so nicely. I'm adding a lamp to the side table, a cute floor plant and a hanging fern, a crocheted pillow to this beautiful pink armchair. I'm styling the media unit with a bust of a horse, of course, and a candle. Lastly, I'm styling the coffee table with some books and this really trendy strawberry vase full of daisies. It's time to bring Mimi in for the reveal. I think she's going to lose her mind. Come forward. Are you excited?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, walk me through what your space looked like before.
It looked sad
and it looked weird, and it was a place that I did not want to spend time in. It was just weird vibes.
And the goal was to create a space where you could lie on the sofa, eating a popsicle. I wish that I had have thought to bring you a popsicle in this moment.
I've got some in my freezer if you need. So.
Okay, well, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell? Holy.
Are those good tears?
Yeah.
Okay.
What? This is like this different shaped room. I'm shaking. Oh my god. Sorry.
It's okay. Take your time.
This is great.
I'm glad you like it.
I really like it.
Oh.
God. Oh, my brother has to stay here on Sunday. I'm not going to send him any pictures.
Okay, well, it's a pull-out sofa.
Yeah, I know. Oh, and you stole my heart.
Yes.
Oh.
You match it perfectly. When you showed up in this jumpsuit, I was like, yes, we nailed it.
Oh my god. It's so shockingly different.
Yeah.
To even anything I could have dreamed of. And the trim is so nice.
Isn't it so cute?
I love this color. Oh my god. Sorry, I keep saying that. This is crazy. It's incredible. This is so good. Oh my god.
I'm so glad you like it. Yay!
Thank you. I have to pull my hockey bag out of this. It feels like it's like what? Just a lot of different vibes going on in that closet. And
We don't have to talk about the closet.
Yeah.
Next up on AGTV, I am doing a makeover for 2 cats. I don't know how else to say it. Miley and Musette, 2 cats are getting a makeover. We are turning an unused basement room into their room. And it's making us all feel like bad pet owners here at Team AG. You don't want to miss it. Click that subscribe button, and as always, I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, no. What are you doing? No, please don't. No, don't. We're gonna do a double high five. We're gonna do a double high five, and I'm gonna leap off, okay? 1, 2, 3.
That wasn't as graceful as expecting. You were definitely doing better before you started doing that.
I was gonna say, let's hit it. Let's hit it. But I meant to say, let's start finishing touches.
Bye.